So that is supposed to go into the bottom of that. This thing is actually pretty good. So it's a Edelbrock Performer 2166 intake. I found that on Craigslist in Michigan. Shipped to my door for 120 bucks. I'm slowly collecting things for the F350. I got the Jegs deep tone muffler. I'm pretty excited. I don't know if you can see. Oh, but it's set up kind of like a Magnaflow, I guess, or Flowmaster. I don't know. Anyway, I kind of like the raspy tone that these have. I've listened to them on sound clips online, and they were 25 bucks a piece. So pretty stoked about that. Got the intake bolts. Got the Edelbrock gaskets. And Josh Drake, Hollering at you, homeboy, hooked me up with an Edelbrock 1406 carburetor. So this is 600 CFM. Okay, I don't know much about Holly. Sorry, I don't know much about Edelbrock carburetors, but Patrick, Speed Marine, told me about it, about these, and he said, Daniel, they're pretty bulletproof. You don't have to fiddle around with them really once you get them set up. So I've got a 700 Holly on there right now, and it's in pretty good shape, but when it goes sideways on me, I'm gonna have this on the shelf ready to rebuild. So anyhow, Josh Drake, thank you very much for donating this to the cause. I appreciate it. Best saw ever made right there. Yeah, so I'm doing, oh, mercy me. Am I gonna have issues with it? There we go. So I'm doing intake manifold, headers, and I've got the new mufflers, and then I've been kind of bouncing back and forth getting the exhaust kit from Speedway for this truck. So we'll see. I've got pretty good exhaust pipes. I was thinking about reusing them. Patrick, Speed Marine, he's nice enough to offer to, he offered a long time ago to do the exhaust system with me on this truck, and he's got the means by which that if we run into broken bolts in the heads, that we can pull the heads off, and he's got a person he knows that'll fix me up, get the heads worked on, pull the broken bolts out, and then go from there. So when I get everything kind of pieced together, I'm buying things just a little bit at a time so I don't break the bank, since I'm not working. So yeah, Patrick's been nice enough to offer to help me, and thinking about maybe just getting what I need to do full exhaust. So here we are, the 460, And as you can see, we've got a really nasty intake manifold. It still has the EGR junk hanging off the back, and all it is just a plate. I could pull that off and put a spacer on there and put the carburetor, you know, back down low, and it'd be fine. But if I'm doing headers on this truck, I just kind of figured, hey, you might as well throw a few extra bucks at doing an intake manifold so things breathe a little easier. So that's what's going on there. And yes, eventually I probably am gonna be looking at doing, you know, some nicer valve covers. I don't know though. I am stoked to get that Edelbrock intake on there, you know, for looks, but our main thing is airflow. I want some better airflow in and out of this motor, and see what it'll do for me. Right now, I think I get somewhere in the vicinity of 7.5 to 10 miles the gallon, depends on how I drive it. It's got real low gearing. The thing starts pretty easy. Yeah, pretty stinking good. And it's got 343,000 miles on the body. The engine is, if I remember right, the guys were telling me the engine's got somewhere in the neighborhood of like 60,000 on it, on the motor, something like that. The transmission was rebuilt, I think, about 40 or 50,000 miles ago. I can't remember exactly, but it's pretty low mileage on the motor and transmission, so it'll last for a long time. I'm really stoked. I've always wanted a body style truck like this, and this is perfect for our little family. Yeah, I'm so stoked about it. And okay, so here's a weird deal. I got this. The thing never really started that easy, but the carburetor was jacked up. The secondaries wouldn't open, and it was running kind of nasty, and it was leaking fuel. So I sent it in, had it rebuilt, and love having the steering stabilizers, Josh Mullinex. And I could never figure out what the deal was. But after I got it rebuilt, I spent over 300 bucks having the carburetor gone through. Got it back, and I tuned it to the truck. It never quite ran right, and it was so frustrating. I'd go to start the truck up, and you'd have to pump the accelerator 20 some times, and here we go, mother-in-law coming up the driveway.
Hard.
I'm barely working.
Oh, I bet you went more than their 15 minutes.
Oh, on this?
Yeah.
No, it was in stages.
Oh.
15 minutes, and then get off of it for 20.
15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day.
Oh, she said you can do it in intervals, but don't overdo it.
Okay. You feel okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm just taking a walk down to see how.
Are they both up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
I just had some things I wanted to see if you wanted.
Yeah, head on up.
Okay.
I'll be up
Good
there in a
to
minute.
see you.
Nice see. Thanks, Marla. My mother-in-law stopped over for a visit. So anyway, it was, what are we at here? Oh, so you'd have to pump the accelerator like 20, and I'm not even joking. I'm not giving you a fish story here. You have to pump the accelerator like 20 times and it would fire off, but it wouldn't stay running. And then, I mean, you'd practically put a new battery flat trying to start this truck. It had me so frustrated I was ready to give it away. And I just got back from New Zealand. The truck was parked at my parents' place, and I'd taken the carburetor apart to try and figure out, you know, is there something internally that's not working right? And I put it back together. It still wasn't running right. And I prayed over it. I said, Father God, I don't know what to do about this truck. The thing is frustrating me. And whatever it is that's wrong with it, it's eluding me. Can you please fix this truck for me? And whatever's going on, can you please make it right? And I'm not even kidding you, because I've never prayed like that before about a vehicle. And anyway, I was in the house, went back out, and I pumped the accelerator twice and turned the key over, and boom, it starts up just like it did a couple minutes ago. And it's been like that ever since. You tap the accelerator, you know, a couple, 2-3 times, boom, it goes off. And I don't know Hollies real well either, but apparently with Hollies, from Patrick was telling me, you start them and they're real finicky until they warm up, I guess, or something, and so they won't stay running. The motor won't stay running. You can't just start it up, jump in it, and drive. This truck, you can fire it up, and then as soon as you fire it up, you can put it in drive, and then take off driving. So I was like, oh, thank you, Lord, because I didn't know what to do with it. It was frustrating. So anyhow, that's my testimony about prayer. I got freed up and can do, you know, just a tiny bit of work out here on the property. So we did a little bit of burning, as you can see. And like my mother-in-law was asking, I was only on the tractor for 15 minutes and then hopped off for a good length of time and then got back on. This is our man cave. I've got some more goodies here for the truck. Oh. Okay. Got Headman 89280 model number headers. So obviously that's passenger side. I overpaid for them. I bought them from a mom and pop parts outfit up in Port Angeles. They're real good company, Baxter Auto Parts, and I paid like $330 for them. When, you know, I could have bought them off the internet or got them from Jags or something for like $230 or so, but that's all right. I don't mind paying a little extra money to keep these local parts places going. I don't do it all the time, but I do like shopping local when I can. And you would have seen, you know, like I had those Jegs mufflers and stuff obviously being laid up, I'm not getting out into town very often, so and there's the driver's side. Mean looking. Oh, and here you go, Patrick. I got the Remflex exhaust gaskets. Apparently those are, you gotta get them, because if you use the ones supplied, you're fouled. And you're not just fouled, you're fouled big time. So I got the collectors. I've already opened it and looked through everything to make sure it's all there. Got the collectors, got reducers. It'll go down to 2.5. You know, so we're all groovy there. And comes with the bolts to bolt everything together, and it comes with the studs, or I mean the bolts to bolt these into the heads. So I'm pretty stoked to get this all put together here. So here you go. Here's the part number. That fits like 1984 or 5 four-wheel drive carbureted trucks with automatic transmission up to 1987. I can't even tell you how stoked I am to put this stuff on. And Patrick is really knowledgeable about lots of things, so I'm excited to do it with him, because he's got the tools and the knowledge to make it happen right, and it's not going to be some little joker deal like I would have. You know, if I did it, I'd probably end up screwing something up. So anyhow, that's what we got going on. I'm gonna do some truck mods, and I'm gonna do some more logger interviews when I get a chance, and yeah, and see kind of what happens after that. So taking things at a slow pace here on the Boone homestead. Anyhow, I appreciate you all watching my videos, and if there's something you want to see in particular, jump into the comments, let me know. If you're new to this channel, let me know how you found it, where you're from, and what you do for work. And got a lot of great people on this channel that are very knowledgeable. So if you got questions and I don't get back to you because I'm busy or something, there's so many people that can fill you in. I appreciate every one of you 1,010 or 1,012 subscribers we're at now, because if it wasn't for you supporting this channel with your views and likes and comments, wouldn't be where we're at, and it would be more difficult for me to put the energy into trying to find content to put out there that you all like. I know that a vast majority of the viewers are into things that involve semi-trucks and cable tower logging, so that is what I'm going to try and seek out for y'all. So stay tuned and be patient, please, as I'm in this kind of in-between time with work stuff and not really able to do much. Take care and have a great day, and thanks again for watching. Bye now.